Hello, everybody. All right, it is time for real estate happy hour stories. So, if you do not want to hear long, drawn out, full of detail stories, please skip. This isn't going to be for you. But if you want to hear true, authentic stories of what it's like to be a real estate agent and some of the hurdles that we have to go through, then stick around and have some giggles with me. So, this story starts with a listing that is appointment with us as agents because it's a higher end listing and we need to be there to open up the home, to give the tour, to share all the information. So agent calls, we are confirmed for 4 o'clock. We actually have a 2:30 showing before this 4 o'clock. So at 2:15, I get a call from my seller as I'm en route to go over to the home. And my client says, hey, is our 2:30 early? And I said, oh my goodness, I hope not. I'm just a few minutes away. I'll call the agent. So I called the 2:30 and they're like, no, actually we're running a few minutes late. And I was like, that's really weird. So I called my client back and I said, no, they're not there. They're like, somebody's at the house. Like they're at our front door. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay. So I pull up and sure enough, here is this agent sitting on the door. And I said, hi, I'm so sorry. Are you my 2:30 appointment? And he goes, oh, no, I scheduled for 4, but I was in the neighborhood. So I thought I would just come by. A bit taken back, right? I go, I'm sorry, you were confirmed to show. I have to be here to let you in. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that. No big deal. We show the home in and out. It is a fast forward. We receive an offer from this agent. Okay, great, no problem. Second showing, same thing. This time they request to do a walkthrough privately, which is okay, right? Sometimes having the agent there makes people uncomfortable. So I said, no problem. I'm going to come. I'll be there early. I'll open up the home. I'm just going to be down the road. If you need anything, so I can come back and lock up. Fantastic. So my client calls and says, hey, just saw on our cameras that the agent just left. And I was like, just left? Like they just got there. Like we're talking like 3 minutes. So I call they're like, well, I'm not sure because our front door is still unlocked. And I was like, well, I'm just down the road. I haven't locked everything up. So I called the agent and say, hey, you didn't tell me that you had left. Is everything good? He goes, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm like, oh, okay, fantastic. I'll come and lock up. So I enter the house again. The sliding glass door is wide open. I'm like, So I called the agent back. I said, hey, just FYI, like you left doors wide open. So I lock everything up. No big deal. Great news. We get the deal put together. We have just over a month to close this deal. We are a week away from closing and lender becomes unresponsive. Agent becomes unresponsive. Long story short, I end up having to call the CEO of the lending institution who was on vacation in the Bahamas. I feel horrible, but I'm like, I am so sorry. I can't get anybody to call me back, text me back, email me. To which they say, I'm so sorry. Can we get involved? Now all the finger pointing starts. This person didn't do it. This person did that. That person did this. I said, you know what, guys? Everything we do is time-stamped. So you tell me your client isn't signing documents, yet I get a copy of the documents and they were signed 2 days ago. Who's not being transparent here? Who's actually being the one that's slow? Amazing COO steps up, kicks a major booty, gets everything done. We only have to extend by 2 days. Thank goodness, because my clients are under contract to purchase another home, which I always pad my days. And I had padded on several days after we were supposed to close on the sale of their home to be able to buy their home. If we can go early, fantastic. If we can't, no big deal. Ended up going off without a hitch, but the stuff that goes on behind the scenes with real estate agents, with escrow officers, with lenders, makes it all look fine and dandy, but I put more hours into this one deal than honestly I've probably put into my last 5 closings combined. It's insane when you don't have people who are communicating well with you, who are responsive. It really makes a huge impact. And the good agents unfortunately get bad reputations with bad agents on some of this, but I have to give the most amazing amount of kudos for one, the owner, the CEO of this company, for taking my call while he's on vacation with his family. Thank you so much. For the COO for stepping up and really stepping in to be like, look, we gotta hustle, we gotta get this done. To our escrow officer, thank you. Without her calling the buyer and being proactive and working to get all of this done, right? Because when you don't have an agent who's communicating, the poor transaction coordinator's like, I don't know what to do. Like, right, her hands are tied. She can't do much. We're all just going, oh my gosh. So that is the very unfun story of this transaction. So if you clicked on the link on the social media piece to listen, now you've got all the tea. I think that's what all the kids are saying now, on what's going on. So wanted to share, for those of you who think real estate agents may not do a lot, I promise there's a lot that we do. And unfortunately, there's those that don't. So interview, talk, know how people communicate so you know you're hiring the right agent, the right lender, people who are going to get things done. And I'm going to end this fun with this little tidbit of information, right? So I told you my sellers were purchasing a home. So we were really good with a contingent upon sale. I said, look, there's certain contingencies we need to get through before we're able to go and put an offer and close. So we waited 2 weeks. We were past inspections. We were past the appraisal before we made an offer on the home that they were going to purchase. And like I said, right, I had timed it to give us a couple extra days. My lender, thank you so much, All Western Mortgage, had loan docs at title before the other lender for the buyer who was purchasing my client's home did. So 2-week leeway time, and my lenders still kicked their butts. So who you partner with absolutely matters. Don't go with people because you think they're cheap. Don't go with people if you haven't interviewed them. I promise you, it's important. Who you're with is really important. So thank you for listening to my little video. I wish you all well. If there's anything in real estate I can ever answer or help you with, reach out. Have a great day.